motion along the line there as Hartley Hilton calls the signals, and I think the Pioneers may have jumped.
They did.
That'll bring it up to the 36-yard line where it'll be first down and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, those 1st and 5s are a whole lot easier.
Tigers lead at 7-0 here early in the second quarter rather. Hilton pitches to tailback, and he's hit immediately.
Bostic.
Quick pitch to Bostic, and he gets hit and knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Honaker from their own 36.
That was Zach Holland with a good hit on the tailback there.
Yeah, they stood him up and stopped him right quick. Bostic weighs about 182, and they stopped him pretty deadly. 7-0 Honaker leads it here. We're just underway in the second quarter.
Split in to the left and a split wide to the right. I formation backs behind Hilton. He's back to pass. Looks out in the right flat. Got a man open, complete at the Honaker 46-yard line.
Yeah.
Maybe 47. Let's see where they mark it.
There's Tyler Cook.
Stamper with the tackle. Good tackle by Stamper, but couldn't get there in time to keep him from completing that. And this was one thing Philip Henley, Coach Henley, feared was that Honaker would throw, and he wasn't sure his corners could cover that well. Of course, Stamper's a pretty good corner, but he's got some young people in the defensive backfield.
Hilton, 3 out of 3.
There's a handoff to the halfback. He gets outside and finds a hole, rambles on down to the Pioneer 40-yard line. Looked like they had him strung out there, and then he cut it upfield and
we got
pretty good yardage. That's why he got good yardage. There's a hold on the play.
So that'll cost Honaker 10, I think.
That was Avon Parrott with the run.
Made a nice run, but sometimes you're right. That you get a hold of that defensive man, it makes that running back come wide open.
Yeah, Parrott's a pretty good sized running back. He's 6 feet 186 in our program.
Good athlete. I think he's a wonderful baseball player. I really like him on that baseball field.
Yes, he is. So it'll be 1st and 19 now for Honaker from their own 37.
They got trips out to the right, one to the left.
Hilton sprints out to his right, maybe going to run now. And he turns the corner and gets down the sideline, cuts back inside, gets extra yardage, and finally drags people with him down near the Pioneer 40.
Another flag. Probably got him holding again.
That kills the coaches, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that's going to cost Honaker 10 more. They're having a hard time tackling Hilton, though.
Yeah, they are. He's a little bit shifty.
He's really not that big, but he is a good athlete. So that takes the ball 10 yards back to the Honaker 25-yard line.
Hilton just 6 feet and about 150, so he's not very big.
And they got in the neighborhood of 30 yards, 31 yards to go for a first down. Still first down, though. 10-14 to go here in the first half. 7-0. Honaker leads it.
And they got trips split out to the left side. Hilton out of the shotgun. He sprints to his right. Now he's going to throw it, and it's picked off. Stamper picks it off to the 30, to the 20, and down just inside the 20. Will Stamper was waiting on that one, Jamie.
Yeah, well, Stamper's been back there before.
I'm surprised they threw his way because he's really good corner, really good cover. But the Pioneers have it with another opportunity to score here.
Hilton tried to go downfield with it. Stamper picks it off out here about the 40-yard line, or 45 maybe. He returns it 20 or 25 yards down to the 20-yard line. So the fourth time tonight, the Pioneers have that ball in great field position, 1st and 10.
See what they do here.
7-0, Honaker leads it.
Splits to both sides. Wingbacks on the right goes in motion, gets the handoff. That is Cox, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he breaks one tackle and gets down to about the 15-yard line, 16 maybe, where it'll be 2nd down and about 5.
Yeah, I think they mark it right on the 15 or just barely shy of it.
Maybe
so
2nd and 6, I guess. From the
4-yard
16.
gain for Cox. It'll be 2nd and 6. 9:25 to go here first half. 7-0 Honaker leads it. Pioneers knocking on the door once again.
See if Stamper wants to put it in the air here now. Now he's got a straight T backfield behind him, one split out to the right. And he hands it off to the left halfback going on off of the right side. Kind of a power play. And not much there. Honaker bowed up on that and got a couple of yards, I guess. Looks like it'll be 3rd and about 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, it's about 4.
Pioneers at the Honaker 14. Honaker with a 4-man front. Now hand off here to the fullback right up the middle, and he bulls his way down near first down yardage. I think he may have a first down, Jamie.
Oh, yeah, he's down to about the almost to the 5-yard line, 6-yard line. Picks up about 7 on that play.
That was Zach Holland, I think,
that was
wasn't it?
Holland, yeah.
First and goal, Pioneers from the Honaker 6-yard line. Straight T formation set now. A little different under center, Stamper. And was that Stamper kept it up the middle there on sneak. And he gets inside the 5 is about all, gets a couple of yards.
Gets a couple of yards down to the 4-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal for the Pioneers from the 4.
Pioneers have had a good field goal kicker and extra point kicker in the last few years, but I don't know if they've got anybody
I
this
don't
year.
know if they can kick field goals or not.
Of course, they're wanting a touchdown here. They don't want a field goal. Straight T formation, 3 backs back there behind Stamper. He hands it to Holland
the
again.
fullback, he gets it down to about the 3-yard line, so he gains a yard.
Gonna bring up a big 3rd down. It's gonna be 3rd and 3 from or 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. See if the Pioneers can do something. They're better off running straight ahead than they are going sideways. They have to lose yardage if it goes sideways. They're in that T formation again. The old straight T formation, Stamper under center. This time he hands it to the fullback, and he gets in for the touchdown. Holland into the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run. So the extra point try to tie things up. And the kicker for the Pioneers is, who does the kicking? Stout. The kick is up and it's good. Stout puts the Pioneers on the board, and it's all tied up 7-all. With 6:52 left in the second, we'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school football on WXLZ. Here's the Honaker Tigers locked up in a good one. Opening game of the year. It's tied up 7-all. Honaker scored in the first quarter on a run, 28-yard run by Avon Parrott. And now Zach Holland has put the Pioneers on the board with a 3-yard plunge.
Holmes with the extra point, and he will be kicking off for the Pioneers.
I said Stout earlier, and Stout's the Honaker kicker.
Right.
Sorry, it was Holmes. Ben Holmes, he kicks this one pretty deep. It's taken and dropped back at the 5-yard line, and the Pioneers close quickly and knock down the ball carrier at the 17-yard line.
So Honaker will take over on their own 17-yard line. Tigers haven't had good field position all night, but They got that big run by Hilton that got him out of trouble, and then a penalty by the Pioneers, and then Parrott, 28-yard run for a touchdown.
Who was that with the return for Honaker? Did you see?
No, I'm not sure who that was.
It's hard to see those numbers for me.
But Holmes boomed one down there to about the
he took
6-yard line.
Yeah, he took it way back inside the 10.
Then he kind of bobbled it there, and the Pioneers covered quickly. So
Honaker 1st and 10 from her own 17. Here's a run to the left side out of the power I formation.
That's Parrott. He takes it up to the 20. Picks up about 3 on that carry. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from Honaker on their own 20-yard line.
Austin Cox and Logan Adams, the first two there to make the tackle.
6:25 left, 6:20 left on the clock here in the first half. We're all knotted up at 7 apiece.
I would look for Honaker to try to open it up if they can move it downfield a little bit. They spread 2 wide outs to the right. I formation backs behind Hilton. He sprints out to the right to throw it. Throws it out in the flats. Got a man open. He's hit immediately. Now he gets away and drags a couple of other tacklers with him out across the 35-yard line. They had him down at about the first down marker over there inside the Honaker 30. 2 guys had a hold of him and couldn't get him down. Good. That's Phillips on the reception. Good run after the catch.
Picks up about, looked like about 16, 17 yards on that pass play.
Now here's a straight handoff right up the middle to the fullback. And he gets about 3 or 4 yards, maybe 3. That'll bring up a 2nd and about 7. Ball's at the 40-yard line of Honaker.
Testament picked up about 3 yards on that carry.
Who's that, Testerman?
Yeah.
Don't have that number here, I don't think.
Yeah, he's down there somewhere.
Here's a handoff the tailback off the right side, a little running room, and he's finally tripped up as he gets out across the 45 near the first down marker. I believe they're going to give him first down yardage. They're going to measure. We'll wait and see what they get when they measure. Or maybe the Pioneers called timeout. I'm not sure. I think they just called timeout for measurement, didn't they? Yeah, timeout for measurement. Officials taking their time getting to the chains over there.
Anyway, they're going to measure, but he picked up 7 good yards on that carry.
It is first down, Honaker. 4:54 to go. Tied up at 7-all in the second period.
Pioneers take a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to high school football on WXLZ.
Honaker with a 1st and 10 from their own 47. Hilton sprints out to pass. He's in trouble, and he's dumped way back at the Honaker 37-yard line. He loses about 15 yards, Jamie.
Got really good pressure on him that time.
Not sure who made that tackle.
Looked like about an 11-yard loss there, Merle.
Not sure who made that tackle.
12. I don't know who broke through there.
They lost about 10 or 11. You're right. 11, I guess. It's 2nd and 20 from about the 37 of Honaker. He's going to try to air it out here now. I'd say he's put twins on both sides, split out. And out of the shotgun, Hilton back to pass. Fakes it, throws it over the middle. Got a man open. Breaks one tackle and gets to the 50-yard line. Right at midfield, not nearly enough for a first down, but that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7. Need to get it down to the Pioneer 43-yard line. Ball resting right at midfield over on the right hash mark. Big down for Honaker here. Hilton out of the shotgun again. He's got trips to the left this time, and one split out to the right, and he sprints out to the left. Looks out in the flat, throws it out there, got a man open, and he could not hang on to it. Good hit by Stamper. Stamper came up and hit him, but I think he dropped the ball before Stamper got there.
Yeah, he did. Might have heard some footsteps coming, though. You never know.
Could have. Stamper was pretty close to.
But anyway, it's 4th down and about 7 for Honaker. Ball right on the midfield stripe. And
it's kind of a dangerous throw, Jamie, for Honaker.
Yeah.
Stamper is pretty tough out there on the corner. If he'd picked that off, it would have been a pick six because wasn't anybody else out there. Now here's a punt out on 4th and 7. Honaker's going to punt it. Snap is good. He gets the kickoff. It's a low bouncer, and they're going to let it bounce. It goes down to about the 15-yard line where it'll roll dead. They'll spot it about the 15 or 16. It's going to be about the 16, looks like. There's a flag somewhere on the field. Is the flag over on the far side?
I'm not sure.
I don't see it. Not sure what that was. Said ineligible player for the Pioneers. Must have too many people on the field.
Probably too many illegal participation. I think anyway, that's going to cost the Pioneers 15 yards, and that's a bad one there.
That will be enough to move the change for the Tigers.
Well, that'll give the Tigers the first down.
It surely will. Ball down to the Pioneer 35. They must have had too many men on the field.
One of the Lebanon coaches out there arguing with the referee, but
illegal,
to no avail.
Maybe illegal participation. I guess that's what it is.
I think that's what the call was. Honaker with the ball now, 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 35 with 3:14 to go in the half.
That was the first time that, of course, the Pioneers had their punt receiving team in.
Now we got a timeout, a stop in action. I'm not sure what this is. Timeout, Lebanon. They just had 10 men out there, I believe, Jamie.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough, so they called timeout. We'll keep it here during this one as we're late getting away, Amber. 7-7 our score. We're 3:14 to go. 3:11 to go in the second period.
Tell you, if you're sitting inside listening to this game, step out in the yard because full moon or almost a full moon's popped over the surface, and it sure is pretty.
It really is. I think it's supposed to be full tomorrow night, but it looks full now, doesn't it?
Got a harvest moon here in August.
Yeah.
But it really is, really enhances this setting here with this big crowd. That thing gets up a little higher, it might could cut the lights out and play.
I believe it's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line
But that's the first punt receiving the Pioneers have had, and they got too many men on the field. You know, that's always a problem this first game, is who's supposed to be on when.
Hilton hands off to his tailback off the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets down about the 29-yard line. Is Bostic with the ball. Logan Adams and Witt on the tackle for the Pioneers.
Bostic picks up about 7 yards on that play.
Clock running at 2:45 now. Honaker trying to take over the lead here in the end of the first half. There's a power eye backfield behind Hilton, and he hands it to his tailback, but the Pioneers stack him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
tailback could not get any room through there that time.
Made no gain that time, so it's still going to be 3rd and 3.
I think Honaker's got a couple of timeouts left.
Yeah, they've got 2 left. The Pioneers don't have any.
They'll get this snap off with about 2 minutes to go in the half.
Shotgun this
Hilton
time.
in the shotgun with 3rd and 3. They'll probably try to throw something pretty quick, I would imagine. Back to pass, throws it, angles it over the middle. It's almost intercepted, but couldn't hang on over there. Ball was tipped evidently by Logan Adams.
It was nearly intercepted by one of the Pioneer defensive backs. So it's going to be 4th and 3 for Honaker. Ball at the Pioneer 33-yard line.
Timeout, Honaker.
28-yard line, I'm sorry.
Timeout, Honaker, with 1:56 to go. We'll break away from these messages. Back in a moment, high school football on WXLZ. All right, big play for both teams here as we come out of the timeout. It's 4th and 3, Honaker, from the 28 of Lebanon. They hand it the tailback, and he is hit and gets down about the 25-yard line, so he's very close to first down yardage. Avon Parrott with the carry. It is enough for the first down. Move the chains. 1:48 to go now. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Pioneers.
1:45 on the clock, Merle.
They wind the clock.
Honaker has one more timeout, I think, to use.
The whistle stops the play as Hilton sprints out to the right. There's a flag prior to the snap. Let's see what the call is. Illegal procedure against Honaker. Got to move it back 5 yards. So both teams having a little bit of problem with the...
You know, Merle, we really need to sit down there because the lights get in there. That would help us a lot.
That would help us a lot.
We got the lights off inside the press box, but field lights light that counter up.
1st and 15, Honaker now from the Pioneer 30. Hilton out of the shotgun. Wants to throw it, being pursued, and he's hit in the backfield and knocked down, and the ball came loose, and the Pioneers have it. Lebanon football as Hilton fumbles it away again. 4th fumble for the Tigers. Fumbles are killing the Tigers.
Yeah, they've lost all 4 of them, too. Pioneers will take over at the 36-yard line of Lebanon.
See what the Pioneers can do here with 1:17 to go. We're tied up at 7-all.
They don't have any timeouts, though, Merle.
No, they don't. Honaker scored first in the first quarter, and Lebanon scoring in the second quarter. Stamper from the pistol. Fakes it to the back, going to throw it deep, and got a man out there and overthrows him. It was pretty good coverage by Honaker. They had 2 men there. They had Bostick and Parrott both back there with Cox for the Pioneers. Cox was the intended receiver. Ball thrown pretty well that time by Stamper. Maybe just a little high, but trying to get it over that inside defender.
Well, he's got a good arm. He can throw that ball.
1:12 to go now, and the clock stopped after the incomplete pass.
We're all tied at 7 here. First half about over.
Splits both wide, right and left, but the handoff is to Dillon coming to the right side, and a nice play by. That's Bostick on the tackle.
Yeah.
He took on a blocker and knocked the blocker and the ball carrier both down.
He lost 3 yards. Well, I tell you what, Dillon didn't let the...
didn't use his blocker very well.
He didn't let that blocker get in front of him.
Yeah.
He outran his blocker, and if he'd have slowed up just a hair, and that pulling lineman might have gotten that Bostick out of the way.
Yeah, he probably would. He had good angle on him. It's 3rd and 13 now after the 3-yard loss from the 33-yard line. The straight T formation behind Stamper. He hands it to his fullback up the middle, big hole, running, dragging tacklers, breaking tackles all the way to the 48 or 49-yard line, where it'll be a first down for the Pioneers.
That was number 2. That's Cox, wasn't it?
19 seconds to go now, and the clock running. Pioneers are going to get one more playoff if they hurry. They're not hurrying much. 12 seconds. They may just want to let it run out. I don't know. They're just going to let it go, I believe. 7 seconds. That's going to be the end of the first half. Our score, Lebanon 7, Honaker 7. We'll be back with halftime comments in a moment. You're listening to high school football on WXLZ.